Welcome to 4547blog.com, 2-minute article. Today, we're diving into a hot topic, Colombia turning away U.S. deportation flights. You heard that right. Colombia recently refused entry to 2 U.S. military deportation flights carrying 80 Colombian illegal immigrants on each flight. President Gustavo Petro criticized the use of military aircraft for deportations, showing his allegiance to the globalist agenda, stating that so-called migrants should be treated with dignity, even when they break American laws. We true Americans don't think so, Gustavo Petro. This move follows similar actions by Mexico and Brazil, who've condemned the treatment of their nationals on these flights, also showing their cards on globalist agenda. What dishonorable trash some of the leaders of the world have unfortunately become. Now let's talk about how the Trump administration is responding. President Trump announced a series of retaliatory measures against Colombia's refusal to take back its own criminal citizens. We're talking tariffs, visa sanctions, increased customs inspections, and financial penalties, as should be. Your criminals are not the responsibility of the American taxpayer. Trump points out Colombia of violating its obligation to accept deported nationals. This is part of a broader crackdown on illegal immigration, including increased deportations and deploying an additional 1,500 troops to the U.S.-Mexico border. Meanwhile, Mexico is gearing up for a potential influx of deportees from the U.S. They're setting up temporary shelters in 8 border locations, providing food, medical care, and assistance with obtaining Mexican identity documents. The Mexican government has committed to allocating the necessary resources to care for returning nationals, who Mexican officials say will be eligible for social programs, pensions, and work. So why did they leave in the first place? We will see if the Mexican government is doing more than stirring up rhetoric. In addition, the Trump administration is re-implementing the Remain in Mexico policy. This policy requires asylum seekers to stay in Mexico while awaiting their U.S. court dates. Mexico has not agreed to this policy and will not accept non-Mexican asylum seekers. Mexico let these people through their country to get to America. We will see how they will stop the Trump administration from walking these people back across the border to Mexico. This policy faced criticism before due to dangers faced by migrants in Mexican border towns, even though they face the same violence in the same towns to reach America and cross our borders illegally. And let's not forget about the strain on resources, they say, while forgetting about the strain on American taxpayers for the past 4 years under Biden. Migrant shelters in Mexican border cities like Tijuana are already nearing capacity. Mexico might now be regretting letting the illegal immigrants walk through their country to reach ours, now that Trump is returning their trash to them like litter being thrown back into a litter bug's car. The combination of deportations and migrants fleeing South American violence could overwhelm resources such as food, medical supplies, and shelter space. Welcome to the problem you created for us backfiring in your face, Mexico. So there you have it, Colombia's refusal, Trump's simple answer, and the broader implications for both sides of the border. Mexico should have thought about what it was doing to its neighbor, and might think about the future if we just return them all to Mexico by expelling them the way they entered, walking across the border. Stay tuned for more updates. Don't forget to like, follow, and share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time. 4547blog.com